Hello there. Perhaps one of the most famous inoculations that ever took place was on the 14th of May 1796 when a young boy called James Phipps, age 8, was inoculated against smallpox. He was injected with some pus taken from the hands of a milkmaid called Sarah Nelms by Edward Jenner. I'm sure you've heard of this. There's an idea from that we can use when we're making our videos, making our audios, creating webinars, doing podcasts, standing on stage and speaking, or giving a presentation to a client. And that's what I want to share with you today. Hello there, my name is Peter Thomson. I'm the UK's most prolific information product creator. And over the last 27 years, I've been sharing my ideas with coaches, consultants, speakers, and trainers, and helping them to build businesses and lives of choice, particularly showing them how to write, create, and market informational products so they can get their knowledge, experience, and expertise out to a wider world. So this idea today is about inoculation and how it can help us. Jenner said about the inoculation, I've got it written down here, this is what he said. The inoculation produced a fever and some uneasiness, but no great illness. Important. The inoculation produced a fever and some uneasiness, but no great illness. And this is one of the many ways in which you and I can inoculate ourselves against the nerves. So if we're going to stand and give a presentation, if we're going to sit and do a video or a webinar, there's an opportunity for the nerves to come into play. Why not? I call it adrenaline. I call it excitement. I call it, let's do it. And it's changing that wording, changing the thoughts in our minds and doing it that makes such a difference to us. So the first way that we can inoculate ourselves is to change the program in our mind. The second way is to actually do it. And the third way, well, this is a surprising one, but I think you will find, as I've found over so many years, this that works brilliantly. And it's this. Whenever you're going to give a speech, presentation, do a video, do a webinar, do a podcast, whatever it might be, where you're going to be speaking and there's the opportunity for the adrenaline to kick in, then one way to get totally focused in the right way is to write outward focused goals. This is what I do. I do it for every time that I do a presentation. I don't do it for every time I make a video because I make lots of videos, but I do it for every time that I give a presentation or a webinar or I'm speaking for somebody on a webinar these days. Write outward focused goals. Take away the focus from ourselves and focus on the benefit that we can give for other people. I found that's the best way of inoculating myself against any negative nerves. I don't mind positive nerves because I call them adrenaline. You know, it's the old expression, isn't it? Yes, it's okay to have butterflies. We just need to get them to fly in formation. Now, this was a short video for you, but so powerful because it's one of the great fears that people unfortunately have. Maybe not me and you, but take it away, use it where you can, and I know it'll make such a difference for you. If you'd like to make any comments on that, then just put them down there and I'll join in the dialogue. And in the meantime, I wish you every success in all your adventures in life as you have freedom from everything that may have held you back and freedom to be, do and have, always in that order, to be, do and have, whatever you set your heart and mind upon. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye for now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos. Then click to watch the next video. Remember to visit our website at peterthomson.com and download your free copy of my latest book, How to Write Your Business Book in 5 days or less. Until next time, every success.